So I finally get to show you the footage of a painting I did in 2019. It's called My Own Worst Enemy. I thought I had lost the footage. I used to film my painting sessions using a GoPro, and I got a new camera and I had left the footage in the GoPro, and today I found it. So I'm gonna put it up. There's some really cool things about this painting that I thought we could discuss. I was really trying to depict some of the effects that realistic water can provide, especially water when it's up against a glass and you see that line running through where the water meets air, and it's always got a really cool little edge or rim on the water effect. So I was trying to capture that. But also, it's a great way for me to demonstrate with you my underpainting technique, where I just paint the entire image with transparent oxide brown, and that way I can focus on my drawing and value and composition and go ahead and solve all those problems without having to worry about putting any color into the mix. And then once it dries, then I can put the color right on top of that. A lot of old masters used the technique of underpainting, including one of my favorites, William Adolph Bouguereau. So in doing an underpainting, it is just keeping with tradition and following in the footsteps of other great artists. When I'm doing an underpainting, a lot of times it's me removing paint from the canvas. I start my underpaintings with some walnut oil and then I paint on top of that. So the paint's really easy to move around. I can add dark areas, I can wipe away and get light areas back. And this is quite often my starting method when my composition's a little bit more involved, like you see here. There's two figures, there's background, there's a lot of perspective and things going on, and just want to go ahead and get that worked out before I start painting with color. So I was inspired to do this painting after seeing some of Frida Kahlo's work. I kind of melded together two of her paintings. One is her double self-portrait, and the other is Frida Kahlo where she's in a man's suit and she has just cut her hair. Frida Kahlo may have been struggling with her identity. She was often seen wearing men's clothing. You can see it in some of her family photos. Here's a look at me in my husband's suit for the photo shoot of My Own Worst Enemy. Did you guys see the movie Frida? That's got to be one of my favorite movies of all time. Kudos to Salma Hayek. She did an amazing job portraying Frida Kahlo. I can't imagine anyone else being cast into that part. So not only was this painting an exploration into realistic water in a glass situation, it was also an exploration on, I suppose, some of my own personality, maybe some of my inner psychological trauma, turmoil, I don't know what the word is. There's definitely some psychological stuff going on here, and that's all I'm gonna say. So I was thinking where you see the two hands kind of searching for each other, it's almost like I'm searching for who I am. Maybe that's the sort of message that's happening here, because the two hands aren't finding one another, they're still searching. And since this is all taking place underwater, I hadn't originally thought about the second figure there in the suit wearing a snorkel. What else? Because, you know, when you're underwater, you need a snorkel. So, voila, I put a snorkel on the second figure to really kind of punch up the interest in the whole idea and theme of the painting. So there's even a whole nother element of psychological interest added on because of the snorkel, I believe. And now you're getting to see a glimpse of that water, how it's butting up against glass, as if you were viewing this painting in sort of a fishbowl or aquarium situation. And so the water's butting up against the glass. And then I started thinking, well, what if I could break the fourth dimension? So then I had the idea to paint this bird coming from underneath the water, so there's that, and he's bursting through the glass and breaking out of the third dimension into the fourth dimension, coming straight at the viewer. So this painting's pretty large. It's like 48 by 36, I believe. And I just love that I was able to put so much thought-provoking elements into it. There's a detailed look at the bird, all painted in. So underneath the water, you've got like air-breathing creatures, butterflies, birds, and then in the air, you've got the underwater animals, the fish. And so there's that going on, and it just had a lot of fun with the kind of psychological elements. So that's it, my own worst enemy. Hey everybody, I just wanted to jump on camera today and let you know about an upcoming workshop that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be live, and I'm going to go over the 3 starting methods that I've been using to start portrait paintings since I began doing portraits. And especially we're going to focus on the selective start method that you're seeing today in this video. So there's limited space, and I want to make sure that you guys grab a seat. So go into the description below, put your name on the waiting list. It's a free workshop, and I hope to see you there.